Hi guys, so I got this package, or these two packages from my friend. I had her order them. I gave her money and said, pick anything you want me to put in a journal page, art piece, anything. So these finally came in. This guy was delayed, so I'm finally recording this. I'm pretty excited, so I wanted to open them up on camera for you so you can hear my genuine reactions. You may also hear a bell and or possibly see her. Oh God, what did she get me? Because who I've been calling Vivian is now Winifred, and she is here with me, figuring out how to be a studio cat. Okay, so it looks like we got some paper. I like filler paper. This is interesting. I'm excited to see how to incorporate this. Any angle, any surface, and I love this color blue. This is great. I'm so excited. No drips, no drips, no runs, no errors. Yay! Okay, let's see. Pull to open. This one came about, I want to say like a week ago, and I've been so excited to open it. Oh my gosh, it's a whole pile of stencils. Oh, I like it. Look, that's cute. See if I can open it. I can look at the individual stencils. You guys join the gang. You can't see them right now. I'll add in a shot when I am done of how cute they are. That's not yours. Plastic is not yours, Winifred. I like this. This is cute. It does not say the brand on it, but I like it. It's gonna go in my window. Okay, before we go through it, let's just pop these on. Put these scissors away. Let's see. Oh, I like the little bee. This is cute. But you know what? Most people would be like, Kristen, cat. Easier if you take it off. So I guess we'll do it this way. So let me put these to the side. Isn't that cute? I like that. I like this intrinsic design. This is the B one that we looked at already. Oh wait. Oh, there it is. Ooh, I love this. I'm already getting ideas. I'm not gonna say any because I want it to be a surprise for what I choose. I like these. Like, even just like using these as tracing, it's gonna be really cool to make designs with. Or I could even use them as coffee dye for across the paper. Oh, I love this guy. This guy's great. That's gonna be really cute. Oh, I'm in love with these. These are so much fun. Like, there's endless possibilities. It was funny, she was telling me, she's like, I'm worried that you're gonna have what I sent you. And I was like, you know, chances of me having what you're gonna send me are very slim. Like, I knew there were stencils involved. I didn't know what kind. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that my stencils are so old that anything will be a surprise and I won't have it. These are amazing. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Look how cute. Oh. And this is the last one. Oh, I love these. These are great. So everybody say thank you, Christian, for giving us this awesome challenge. We are excited to use these stencils and this beautiful gloss blue paper, sorry, baby blue spray paint. I lost my words for a minute. This is going to be great. Thank you so much, and next you will see me create something. Hello everyone, and I just screamed in your ear once again. So, fun fact, while we watch me spray paint the binding of this book also was falling apart when I retrieved it from the free library system within my neighborhood. So no good books were harmed in the making of this junk journal. So the fun fact of the day is I just recorded this voiceover only to find out I never hit record. So I literally watched 25 minutes commentating my way through only to find out that none of it at all was taken in. So here we are, take 2. My niece right now is is spray painting the first part of the cover. She wanted to try it, and I said, why not? I am the art aunt, after all, in the family, and I love giving her the opportunity to do this. Now, as a kid, she did overspray it a tiny bit, but that is fine. It creates a unique look. Now here, I am spray painting the other side of the journal, or the journal cover. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it, and I ended up having paint on my hand for at least a week after this. It is now no longer on my hand. Well, there might be a little bit, but it is not anything close to what it was. It was a super hot day, and that day I actually got a pretty bad sunburn for being outside for 10 minutes. So if you can't tell how white I am just from that statement, send me sunscreen. Just somebody send me sunscreen, because obviously I'm never going to end up going out and buying it. I don't go outside anyway. But no, I probably have some in the cupboard, and I just have to dig it out, because that was the first day that I was actually out and about. Here is an up-closeness of the spray-painted pattern. As you can tell, it is very beautiful in this glossy baby blue. Now, I have a spare bathroom that we decided to, against my mother's wishes, I decided to turn into a paper dyeing studio. I planned to do coffee dyeing, but instead we decided to take egg dye from Easter that I stock up on every year, which I forgot to do this year, and I regret it, and sprayed a bunch of papers in there. Now here you see us outside, and we are using the egg dye to spray stencil marks onto the paper. I cannot tell you how many papers we did, but we did a bunch. We used regular copy paper, we used cardstock, and I want to say we used either mixed media paper or watercolor paper. I cannot remember. The eyeball tarp that you see here I have been using for almost like 3 years now. Here's Winifred pulling out some ephemera because she is a studio cat. That's what she does. Here is a beautiful pile of dried papers. This is about a week later. AKA, I filmed it today because it's my day off. I already started folding them when I realized I need to record. If you're curious, during this time, I'm actually watching Medium again because that's one of my favorite shows, and it's weird seeing flip phones and people not wearing masks and people getting really close to each other. Oh, pandemic, you have changed me. You only see me fold. I want to say you only see me fold some of the papers, but honestly, I might have might have felled. I don't know what the word is. I might have folded all the papers. For all we know. This is showing that we used a gold egg dye, and my niece was obsessed with it, so that's a lot in there, and I love it, so I'm all for it. That page is going to be used for ephemera later. Yeah, so far I'm just going to be folding papers for what feels like an eternity. This one actually I think is just a pocket. Let's see. Next, you are going to see a video. We bought Winifred a $4 wind-up mouse. It's her actual first toy. The other toys that she owns were my late cat meows. Winifred is my ESA, and she loves this mouse more than life. And so here's a video of her frantically playing on the papers, because she doesn't care. Now I'm going through each and every page and showing the camera how great each of these pages are. I did a couple book pages, which were included. Here's some note cards that we decorated. So during this moment, let's talk about me, because that's my favorite subject. Not really, but still. I am a young adult, almost to my 30s. I live with my mother right now. I work from home, so I have all the time in the world to make lovely journals. I love making journals. I have no idea how long I have been making journals. I want to say maybe 5 years. And it literally started out with me hand binding and hot gluing them into the covers. I don't know why. But I later finally developed the ability to hand bind into the covers, so they're no longer hot glued. I did have an Etsy back when I first started, and I sold probably 5 journals, and I'm still proud of that moment. I don't sell expensive journals. My quality ain't the best. That sounds terrible to say, but, I love making journals. I love making things for journals. I love hand binding. I love picking out books that have terrible covers, or not really terrible covers, but the books are falling out of the cover to use for these kind of journals. My holes are never straight. Literally never straight. I have a bookbinding punching board by We Are Memory Keepers, and I love it, but it's not really good for the bigger books. It's great for, doing TN, Traveler Notebook, junk journals that are thinner. So I eyeball all my hole punches. I dye my own papers. Everything's just an experiment to have fun. And so I think the quality is good. Now, this journal, on the other hand, I'm very torn about. I like it. I'm unsure if I'm going to keep it for myself or if I'm going to sell it. If I sell it, I will for sure add scrap paper on the inside cover to make it look prettier, and I will add ephemera to it. But right now it does not have ephemera, and it does not have the paper on the inside. On the screen right now, you are seeing me pull out the cardstock pages that will be I had to sort between copy paper and cardstock, because the cardstock is what I used to make the covers of each signature. In the end, I chose to do 4 signatures. That just felt right to me. I am looking to make sure that they would fit within the size of the journal. I have often created outsides, not taking into consideration the size of the outside. So this time I was trying to be a little bit more prepared. All my papers, coffee dyed or otherwise, are all dried by air. I just don't see myself putting them in the oven. I want to, but I'm paranoid, so I can't get myself to do it, but that's okay. I like the crinkledness that they get and how they curl up and everything. And plus, once I've been in a journal for a week, they start to flatten out anyway, so it's no big deal. Right now, I'm choosing what covers I want to use, and also making sure that they're the right size so all the covers are the same size, and then everything on the inside is mismatched size. So here I am laying them out, and I'm going to start going through I pulled out magazine papers and other things from my ephemera journal, or I have two plus binders that is all magazine clippings, ephemeras I bought in store over the years, things given to me by other people because I did a lot of swaps, and I'm hoping to get back into swaps. I actually rejoined a bunch of junk journal groups on Facebook again. And I pretty much do nothing but stare at junk journals on Instagram anymore. I am some lost artist. It looks like a child drew my picture. Nope, that was me. I drew it. It's a girl, and she is holding a paintbrush, and I love it. I did it on my iPad Pro. And I do plan to actually start making my own graphics. I just haven't figured it out yet. I love Skillshare because it teaches you all that stuff. Right now we're in a financial bind, but I actually just got moved to full-time at work, so I am, fingers crossed, gonna save up that money and pay that yearly membership so I can get back into it, because I was a Skillshare obsessor. Like, I loved it so much. So, I mean, that's who I am. You can't really tell, but I'm actually almost a college graduate. I'm just taking a short break until, like, the pandemic is more over, because I do not excel at online classes. I work from home. I can work from home. That's great. It's easy. But me and online classes, no, I need to be in the studio. And that's the thing is, I'm a photography major. So I tried learning photo online over the years with like actual teachers, like since high school, and it does not work for me. I have to be in the studio with the teacher and showing me what I'm doing. And let me tell you, that degree is not cheap. Oh my God. I made it through half of the year in the fall semester, and I took a class from this teacher, and I wasn't very happy with who he is. He's not a very nice teacher, and he kept trying to get me to buy a $500 lens. It was not on the need for class list at all, and I see his point. Like, I've seen what that lens can do, but unless it's on the need for class list, like, I didn't know I need to buy it. So I used part of my financial aid for what financial aid is for, my rent. So I didn't get to buy it, and then it just went downhill from there. So hopefully one day I can buy it and I can go back to class, because I'm like, oh, like 3 semesters and I'm done. So, and actually shockingly, I'm not using my digital camera for these videos. I would like to be, but I don't have an arm that does the flat lay. I only have a iPhone camera tripod that hangs over. Right now I am punching the binding, and you will see right now, it's not straight. It's wonky, but I don't know. Now that it's done and I look at it, I like it the way it is. Like, I mean, I did do the holes closest to the edges of the binding, way too close to the edge. So that part's a little wonky, but other than that, like, it works. I didn't really struggle too much with having the, and you saw, I just noticed I did it way too far over. Having the lines not super aligned, but with the inserts, but they all worked. They all went through. Everything's great. I have done one journal, where I didn't go through the spine of the book. And I really like that, but I need different paper in order to do it. I tried it with cardstock, and it was this huge fuss, and it was bad, and I didn't like it. So I gotta learn some new tricks, which I am open to, because what else do I gotta do? What else? This is probably my 3rd attempt at YouTube. I know it's not easy to do YouTube, but here's the thing is, this is my hobby. So I'm not too overly obsessed with making money from these videos. I just want to create, and I just want to share with the world, like, what I want to create. I love, that's just something I want to do, and I've always felt that way. I bind all my journals with embroidery floss. I like it. I've tried the actual like wax binding stuff, string, and I've never really cared for it. I don't know. I just always go back. This is my little Tim Holtz tin that I keep my main binding stuff in, including the needle. The needle I got with the bookbinding kit from Way Our Memory Keeper, but I'm sure you can also Google it. If I remember, I will link everything I mentioned below. If I did not link it below, please comment and tell me to link it, and I will do that because I love when people do that. I'm just kind of a ditz. My brain forgets. So here I am realizing that I kind of forgot to set up the signatures. Like, I put all the stuff together, but I forgot to lay them out. So you will see that I put together the signature, only one signature on camera. I feel like it would be kind of redundant and boring and make a very, very long video. Like, I'm at minute 20 out of 30 minutes. Like, if I filled every single signature, all 4 of them on camera, this would be like an hour-long video. So I decided just to do one on camera and the rest not. And so here I am building it. I'm checking to see if I feel like if it's too thick or not thick enough before adding more. It was more of like, I'm not specific enough. Like, I know that some people are like, oh, it's only good to have like 7 pieces of paper within the signature, and I'm not like that. I do it till I feel like it's full enough. There was a loud bang outside. That's terrifying, but whatever. Okay, hope everyone's safe and sound. I don't hear sirens or anything, so everything's good. So this, I use just regular binder clips to hold my signatures together as I punch them. And then this is me walking away to go get a paper clip. I realize when I film my videos, I tend to not have everything readily available, so I have to like walk away and go get it. But my office is in a small room, and it's full of stuff. Like, you may never see an office tour because it's so packed. Oh my gosh, I have too much junk. But I'm that type of artist. Like, I am a jack of all trades. I know that the saying is jack of all trades, master of none, and that is me. Put a pin in that thought. So right here, I am punching the holes through. The paper that I slid in there had the holes pre-punched through it, so everything would line up. I do this every time. I've tried to make one base for this, and every time I do that, I end up forgetting it's a base and sewing it into the signature. So this is just easier for myself. And so now you will see me sew the first signature together. And like when I built the signatures, I did not film the other 3 being sewn into this book because it's just redundant, and I feel like nobody wants to sit there and watch that. I mean, like, you see me do it once, like, it's the same thing over and over again, so I'm sure you're fine. What was I saying before? Oh, I know I said something about, yeah. Oh, a jack of all trades. Yeah, I love messing with art supplies. I love it. Like, I dabbled in resin for a little bit. I even did resin today. It is not for me. I'm not good at resin. And it is a very expensive hobby, and I screwed up and I damaged a bunch of silicone molds and everything, had to throw them away, and I was so livid that I screwed up so bad to do that all of the stuff went into the garage. I had to get it out of my office and away from my face because it drove me nuts. I spent so much money on that and had to throw them away, and that was my fault. I don't know what I did, but I messed up royally, and like, things do not come clean. Soap and water do not help. Resin that did not come clean. Like, it was a huge messy, ugh. Either way, point of the matter is, my office is full of so many art supplies. So many. Like, everything from 3D art, Tim Holtz, shadow boxing, to a freaking 1,000,006 scrapbook pads, to 1,000,006 stamps. Like, I have paint, and I have pens, I have art books, I have, like, all the Cricut things, because apparently I need all of them. And it doesn't help that my mother was also into a lot of this stuff, so when we moved in together, it was 2 people's room full of items shoved into one room. So I've gotten rid of a lot of things, and I've kept everything that I can't bear to part with. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So I am finishing up, as you can't really tell, I'm sorry, it fell off the screen. I am tying this. Now, I noticed here, oh, you don't see me do it. It is not super tight, but I went back and I tightened it, so it's better. So now here's the final product. This is in live or regular live motion of, so this is what I was talking about, how there's not a pretty thing. I will put something there. I just didn't even think about it when I was filming this. So here is a flip through of the video, of the journal, the finished journal. Like when I see it like this, seeing it flip through, I love it and I want to sell it and I want somebody to love it too. It's when I look at the cover where I'm just like, I don't know if it's up to par for something to sell. So it's definitely, if I decide to sell it, I'll add the ephemera. I will probably go through and stencil on some of these pages more with Tim Holtz distressed ink or distress anything. Like I just like to make it all more cohesive. I'll make ephemera. I will add the things in the front. All the things. Here I realized that I never refolded this page because I didn't want to accidentally bind it in. So I left it folded out or unfolded, and then I realized I folded it too close to the seam, so I had to refold it. Takes 2 seconds, world will end. A lot of my papers are, well, I mean, just mention what all the papers. I used Daphne's Diaries. I used magazine pages that somebody else sent me. Copy paper. I used lined paper from a notebook. I used kids' lined paper, envelopes, mini paper, coffee dyed paper. Like, my phone keeps going off. I use all these things. I try to keep within the theme, but at the same time, like, it's a junk journal. I mean, like, the theme journals are beautiful, and hopefully one day when I get into making graphics for journals and everything, those will be beautiful too. But this is just for fun. I have fun with it, and I honestly, I think if I do sell it, I really, really hope someone enjoys it as much as I do. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to point out is, if you buy this journal and you tear it apart, wonderful. Because then you're going to use all the pieces in it, and you're still going to enjoy it. And that's what matters, is that you enjoy what you are making, whether you are taking it apart to put it in some other journal or to put it in some other art piece. As long as you are having fun with it, I am happy for you. Again, it is handmade. It is not perfect in any way. I am not perfect in any way. I enjoy making these journals. I will also point out that I probably have said that like 15 times at this point today. Not only in this current recording that I know is recording, because I've checked like 6 times, but in the past recording that wasn't recording of me talking. So I enjoy it, and I really, really hope somebody else enjoys it too. So we have come to the end of this video. It is 30 minutes long. I'm sorry it's so long, but it was actually a really fun challenge, and I never knew I could actually use spray paint within the junk journaling world. I am a journaler. I want you to be a journaler. I have harassed everybody in my life to be journalers. I will somehow get my niece to become a journaler, or my nephew if I can get him to touch something other than a video game. Have a wonderful night. I hope to see you next time, and if you enjoyed this, click like and subscribe and hit the little ding dong bell to be notified about my videos. Oh, also, like, it doesn't look like I'm just leaving this blank. I'm actually getting a ribbon. Well, it's not really, it's like a cut piece of fabric to tie around the journal. I love it. So, here I am prepping that part. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you again. This is my second outro. Bye-bye.